Do you let your car idle for a few minutes in the morning to warm it up? I bet you think you're doing your engine a favor, right? Well, what if I told you that this common ritual is actually one of the worst things you can do? You're not helping your car. You're slowly killing it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about something that affects every single driver. Most of us have these little habits, these things we do without even thinking, that seem completely harmless. But in reality, they're silently chipping away at the health of our car's engine, shaving years off its life. I am talking about the small mistakes that eventually lead to catastrophic failures and repair bills that could easily top $3, $4, even $5,000. I've seen too many otherwise great cars end up in the scrapyard way too soon because of these simple, preventable issues. And frankly, I'm tired of it. So today, I'm exposing the 5 most common innocent habits that are secretly destroying your engine. We're going to break them down one by one, and I'll tell you exactly what you need to do instead. Let's save your engine, save your wallet, and keep your car running strong for years to come. All right, let's dive right into number 1, the big one we just talked about, idling to warm up your engine. For decades, we were told this was the right thing to do, especially on a cold morning. The logic seemed sound. Let the oil circulate and get everything up to temperature before you drive. But here's the modern reality for fuel-injected cars, which is pretty much every car made in the last 30 years. When you let your car idle, it's actually running in what's called a rich fuel condition. This means there's more fuel than air in the combustion mixture. This excess, unburned fuel can wash the lubricating oil right off your cylinder walls and pistons. This leads to increased friction and wear on some of the most critical parts of your engine. What's the right way to do it then? It's simple. Start your car, wait about 30 seconds for the oil pressure to stabilize, and then just start driving gently. The best way to warm up an engine is by using it. Driving under a light load warms up not just the engine, but also the transmission, the tires, and all the other components much more efficiently and safely. Just avoid revving the engine high or accelerating hard for the first 5 to 10 minutes. Gentle driving is the key, so ditch the long warm-up. You're not just wasting fuel and polluting the air. You're actively harming your engine. Moving on to habit number 2, and this one is for my fellow manual transmission drivers. Resting your hand on the gear shifter. I get it. It feels natural. It's a comfortable place to put your hand, and you feel ready to shift at a moment's notice. But here's the problem. Inside your transmission, the gear shifter is connected to a selector fork. This fork is designed to make contact with a rotating collar for only a brief moment when you're actually changing gears. When you rest your hand on the shifter, even with very light pressure, you're causing that selector fork to press against the spinning collar continuously. This constant, unintended contact creates friction and heat, leading to premature wear on both the fork and the collar. Over time, this can cause shifting problems, make it difficult to get into gear, or even lead to a complete transmission failure. The fix is simple. Shift gears, and then put your hand back on the steering wheel. Both hands on the wheel is safer anyway. Your transmission will thank you. Habit number 3 is a sin committed by almost everyone: ignoring warning lights. I'm talking about that dreaded check engine light. It's so easy to see it pop on and think, "Ooh, I'll deal with it later." The car still drives fine, but that light is your car's way of screaming for help. It could be something as simple as a loose gas cap, which is an easy fix. But it could also be a sign of a much more serious problem, like a failing catalytic converter, a bad oxygen sensor, or a misfiring cylinder. Ignoring a misfire, for example, means you're dumping unburned fuel into your exhaust system. This can overheat and destroy your catalytic converter, turning a $100 spark plug job into a $2,000 exhaust repair. So when that light comes on, don't ignore it. Get it checked. Most auto parts stores will read the code for free. Knowing is half the battle, and it can save you a fortune. Next up, habit number 4, shifting gears too quickly or aggressively. This applies to both automatic and manual cars. Let's start with automatics. How many times have you been in a hurry, backing out of a parking spot, and shifted from reverse directly to drive while the car is still rolling backward? This is a huge shock to your drivetrain. Your transmission is literally being forced to stop the car's momentum and reverse its direction using its internal components instead of the brakes, which are designed for that job. Doing this puts immense stress on the transmission bands, clutches, and gears. It's a recipe for disaster. Always, always, always come to a complete stop before shifting between reverse and drive. For manual drivers, this means rushing your shifts, not fully depressing the clutch or slamming it into gear. This grinds your gears, which is literally the sound of metal-on-metal destruction. It wears down the synchronizers, which are the parts that help match the gear speeds for a smooth shift. Take your time. Be deliberate. Depress the clutch all the way, move the shifter smoothly, and release the clutch gently. A smooth driver is a smart driver, and their car's transmission will last much longer. And finally, we arrive at habit number 5, stretching your oil change intervals. The old standard was every 3,000 miles. Modern cars and synthetic oils have extended that, with some manufacturers suggesting 7,500, 10,000, or even 15,000 miles between changes. But here's the catch. Those are ideal condition numbers. If you do a lot of short trips, drive in heavy traffic, live in a very hot or cold climate, or tow heavy loads, you're driving under severe conditions. Your owner's manual will have a separate, shorter interval for this. Engine oil is the lifeblood of your car. It lubricates, cleans, and cools. Over time, it breaks down, it's contaminated with dirt and metal particles, and loses its effectiveness. Running on old, dirty oil is like asking your engine to run with sandpaper in its veins. It accelerates wear on every single moving part. Find the right interval for your driving style and stick to it religiously. An oil change is the cheapest and most effective piece of preventative maintenance you can ever do for your car. Don't cheap out on it. So there you have it. 5 seemingly innocent habits that are causing serious, long-term damage to your engine and transmission. Let's quickly recap. Stop idling to warm up. Just drive gently. Keep your hand off the gear shifter unless you're actively shifting. Pay immediate attention to your check engine light. Come to a full stop before shifting from reverse to drive. And finally, change your oil on schedule based on your driving conditions. Breaking these habits might feel a little weird at first, but I promise you, they will become second nature. By making these small changes, you're not just avoiding massive repair bills. You're extending the life of your car, ensuring it stays reliable, and protecting your investment. Your car is one of the most expensive things you own, so let's treat it right. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, do me a huge favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more tips to keep your car running its best. Let me know in the comments which of these habits you might be guilty of. No judgment here. We're all here to learn. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video.